Alright guys, welcome back to US Special. A very heated debate here going on whether these competitive exams which we write are really effective and they achieve what they set out to achieve. You know what, guys who are just saying here that you don't think the exams, the entrance exams are effective enough. One question I want to ask you is that you were just talking about how soft skills and the social sciences and humanities sciences are not a part of these exams. Tell me, do you really think the competitive exam should actually test someone on soft skills? Why should a competitive exam, the schooling system should be able to do that?
No, competitive exams are basically required to test soft skills because your school exams definitely don't.
All right.
Because one thing is, we had debates even in NDTV regarding the standard of teachers, and we had shortage of teachers, and our teachers are not the best, and our education system is not world class. So you need something to test the soft skills of that person.
But you know what, I find it really strange. You were till now talking about how these competitive exams do their job properly.
Yeah.
But I really don't think our competitive exams actually test soft skills and social sciences, anything like that.
No, they test everything. Maybe
guys
social
agree?
science is not to the greatest extent, but
Okay, there are lots of people who are shaking their head, yeah.
Okay, I don't agree totally to this. First of all, 3 hours cannot judge a person completely, and a person might have so much stuff in his head which will not come at the right spot. It depends totally on the luck, and from my personal experience, it depends on your health too, because on the day of CLAT, I had fallen sick and I was totally...
Okay, now that is okay.
Everything depends on your health. Even on the day of your 12th exam, you can fall sick. What
Even
if you
day
fall
of
sick on the day of your 12th exam? What if you fall
a great case,
You can fall sick
a big
any
case,
day.
You can fall sick. Okay, let's not get into that
Let's not
argument.
get into that. But
see, no, he's saying
but
that our competitive exams do test our soft skills. Do you really think so?
Yeah, they do test the soft skills, and one more point to contradict her is that she means that exams should not be there.
Alright, yeah, we have gone through that. Anyway,
and there are 500,000 people who apply for entrances every year. I mean,
do you really think the soft skills are tested?
I don't think the soft skills are tested. Can you please tell me what question tests the soft skills of a person in these entrance exam? What is there in it? Which part of it? Which section tests
I say
the
the
soft
whole
Tell me one thing.
I say the whole exam tests your soft skills.
Whole exam, what equations? Those are soft skills? What, your math is soft skills?
Maybe not entirely, but it does test your soft skills
Okay,
to a
1
certain
minute,
extent.
yes, someone else, yeah.
Yeah, how can one-word answers actually test your soft skills?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, just because you don't have soft skills, you can't deprive a person of education. You're going to
See,
curtail
you're
a
not
person.
depriving them of basic education, okay?
It's not basic
You're talking
education.
about competitive exam after higher education.
See, the point is soft skills are something which you learn as you go on. It's not something which you learn like that
No,
and
but
go
at the
on.
end of 16, 17 years, when this is just a few years before you're entering, the job, you're going to get a job, and it's just 2 or 3 years before that, and still you don't have soft skills. Of course, like, we can all blame the schooling system for that. But then at least the competitive exams can test the soft skills a bit.
See, the point is there are people in
Okay,
India...
first of all, do you agree that soft skills... No, I'm asking you, do you agree with him that soft skills are being tested in competitive exams?
Yes, yes.
How
See,
so? She asked a very hard
feel
question.
that-
I don't think anyone has answered that question. How?
No, I feel that...
Have you written CLAT?
No, not CLAT. I've written PMT and all medical exams.
Okay, PMT, sir, which part of PMT actually selects
The
soft skills?
point is, I feel that just the question paper being in English is more than enough for you at that point of time. Because when you come into law, when I took up law, I didn't have the spoken skills that I have now. So it's like it is an ongoing process. You can't.
Okay, what do you have to say about this? I'm sure you have something to say.
See, the thing is, soft skills, just because the paper's in English, how is that testing your soft skills? That's in no way testing, because English is something basic. You start from the time you're born in India, where English is the communication.
It's not even about English. Let's not get, even Tamil for that matter. There's people who can't even communicate properly. They can't communicate, they can't speak properly.
Correct.
And if,
And for anything, for any field, whatever, even if you're an engineer, communication is first. Because if you're not going to communicate, where are you going to get?
that competitive exam should be only like English classes, training people like
No,
that?
also, those things as well. It's not happening, right? Anyway, see, now we're coming towards the last few minutes in the show. What I want to ask right now, especially those people who have been talking against these, entrance examinations, you tell me, if not this, then what else? That is a very practical question, and there are really some practical problems there. If not this, then what else?
See, I'm not against competitive exams. They are a good way of filtering out the best. But then the things that they test you on is wrong. Let there be competitive exams so that you get the best. But then change the things that you're questioning on. For a law student, don't give so much of importance to math and science.
What about MBA, engineering?
Yeah, more management oriented or whatever is pertaining to that course. Don't, you know, test us on things that are not relevant to the course at all. But because if you're testing us on that, then you're not getting the best. You're not getting the best.
Relevant, what do you mean? You want them to ask you questions on the IPC and the CRPC. What do you mean by relevant in law? Everything, you learn everything after your higher secondary. What do you mean by relevant?
To speak, he's questioning, yeah, both of you. Yeah, go, you go.
See, it's not about IPC. I'm talking about at least legal thinking, okay, based on principles.
No, you have a section called legal reasoning, don't you? You have a section called legal reasoning which tests your basic skills on law.
Okay, so you're saying legal reasoning, that one section is enough to determine everything? See,
No, that is not enough. What is enough?
He's asking a very fair question.
The point is, since you're talking about law and the CLAT anyway, see, being a lawyer, you need to learn to think outside the box. So, what about, you know, pose a question that says so and so something like this happened. Discuss. What about your opinion? How fair, how judgmental are you based on a topic? I'm not saying you have to be, you know,
that was there in the previous exams, but what problem arises out of that is if the examiner doesn't like your judgment, he can give you less mark even if your judgment is the best. You know, that falls under discretion of the examiner. Then in what way is it different? Yeah. Here you have one fixed answer which everybody feels is the best answer, and you pick that answer and you get your marks based on that answer. So it tests your basic reasoning abilities.
All right.
If you're going to give everybody...
But then again, the point that she said comes into front, because then how does one word answers determine whether you're a good lawyer or not? Let it be long, let it be, you know, based on the examiner's point of view, whatever. But then for law at least, you need to have logic, you need to think morally, you need to think legally.
No, I think the questions they give are not illogical.
You know what, I'm running out of time, I'm really sorry, but I think we've, you know, come to the fair end of the debate. I just want a few final comments. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, they said they should question them on law. If they're going to question them on law, they'll say that we are just from 12th. How come we know this? So they'll say even this is not good. They'll say even this is bad.
Okay, so what's your final point?
They say that, see, anything they do, they're going to say it's not going to work out. Their point is no need competitive exam. They're lazy to write competitive exam.
Okay, she says, okay, you're guys lazy. One final.
See, the point is, as she rightly said, you become a lawyer only after you join the course. You can't expect people to know law before they join the course. So my concluding remarks is that competitive exams are necessary and they do their job.
Okay, one final comment from, and then
Yeah, competitive exams are necessary. The system should change, okay? Because when you're testing a person on the professional basis, let it be based on the profession or not general things. Let it be how good the person will be in that profession. So the system, the basis of questioning you has to change.
All right. I have to end this debate here. Thanks a lot. It was a very lively discussion, I must say. The point is simple. Of course, we need these competitive exams. They do a great deal to selecting students. But then the systems could perhaps change, because there are some parts of these exams which don't do justice to the kind of students who can be selected and can make great engineers, doctors or lawyers. Thanks a lot for watching the show. If you want your college or your gang to be a part of the show, please call us on 9941322222 or email us at feedback@netvhindu.com. This is Ramanathan Sakana.